Hello and welcome to the March edition of Alexander and Company Dunstable's newsletter. Pop down again to Stoten Gillam to catch up with Chris. We just had the Chancellor's spring statement come out last week, so thought it'd be interesting to see if there's anything that landlords need to be aware of, Chris.
Right, hello. So for landlords, actually not a lot in the spring statement. The rates of tax have been unchanged.
Okay.
There was a lot of talk, of course, about national insurance going up, but that doesn't apply to rental income. The same increase applies to dividend income, so if anyone is renting through a limited company, then dividends, there's a 1.25% tax increase.
Right.
Capital gains is unchanged. The 60-day reporting requirement is unchanged if you do sell a buy-to-let property. Of course, energy price is going up, so if anyone's interested in putting solar panels on the property, the VAT, it was only 5% anyway, but that's been reduced to 0, so there's a little saving opportunity.
A bit of a benefit there then.
Yes.
Okay. So no major sort of changes in regards to the budget itself.
That's
Any
right.
general sort of tax planning need to be aware of?
It's sort of tax year end time, roughly 5th of April. So the sorts of things that people are looking at generally for individuals is ISAs, not forgetting those. So everyone can put £20,000 each year into an ISA. The benefit of that is if you're able to build up some savings, then there's no tax to pay on the interest if it's a cash ISA, or on the dividends if it's a shares ISA.
Right.
So a good way to get money away for the future if you want to build up a little something there.
Fantastic.
Pensions is another good one, very tax efficient. So a higher rate taxpayer can get £100 into their pension for an effective cost to them of just £60. So again, a good way of sort of investing and diversifying and having something there for the future.
Brilliant. Excellent. And I think last time we previously talked about married couples. And some obviously allowances that could be taken into account there. Do you want to just remind us of those?
So again, for planning, if you are in a civil partnership or a marriage, then there's a couple of main things to be aware of. One of them is looking at how you own your assets. So we're looking at buy-to-let properties, of course.
Yes.
So if you're a couple and one's a higher rate taxpayer, one's a basic rate taxpayer, think about getting the property owned by the basic rate taxpayer so that your profits are taxed at 20% and not 40%.
Okay. And that percentage can change as well, can't it, within the ownership? Is there a benefit for that, or
it's really looking at the lowest rate earner?
Okay.
You might have one of a couple that doesn't earn, for example. They might be at home with children, or for some other reason they might not be earning. So if the rental property was owned by them, possibly, of course, then there would be no tax.
There'd be more relief, completely.
So it's looking at who owns the property, what rates they're paying, and seeing about getting the property owned by the lowest payer in tax rates. That can make a huge difference. The other thing is married couples allowance. If you've got one spouse that is not earning over the personal allowance and another one that's a basic rate taxpayer, a claim for marriage allowance can be made that can save up to £250.
Excellent. And obviously aware now as we approach the end of March, so you're going to be in your busy period again, I expect.
We would say to everyone, look at your tax returns come
Don't leave it to the last minute like I do. Chris will tell you.
The sooner that it's done, you don't have to pay the tax any earlier. We can do your tax returns April, May, June time. You still don't pay the tax until January next year.
Right, okay.
But you know how much you pay. You can budget for it.
That.
Look at any opportunities if there is anything that can be done.
Absolutely. And it's still the same relief on spending money on the property, decoration. Right. Petrol was the one that came up last time. The odd bit of mileage that you might be able to claim
to the property. You can claim mileage.
Don't forget that.
Most landlords will be taxed on a cash basis, so in other words, the spending counts when you make it.
Yes.
So if you've got some bills lingering around, it might be worth getting them paid before the tax year end to make sure that counts in this tax year.
Brilliant. Excellent. So there we are, back at Stoten Gillam. Don't forget, they're on High Street South in Dunstable. Chris is here, and the team will be able to help you with all your tax needs. Look forward to catching you next month. If you've got any questions you want to ask in the meantime about this, then please write in and we can put you in touch with Stoten Gillam. Or your contact number as before, Chris, is?
That's it, so it's 01582 608 601, and we're always happy to have a quick chat over the phone to anyone without any charge.
Superb. See you again next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.